Here to watch a video a lot of you guys have been trying to get me to watch for the longest time. It is 14 horror stories animated. It's a compilation, 2015, and it is by Llama Arts. Now this video is so long, we're gonna have to chop this mug up into parts, a lot of different parts. So guys, if you guys want to watch the original video all the way through, it is on Llama Arts channel. The link to which will be in the description down below. Let's watch this mug because it's daytime. Alright, and watching this type of shit at night usually actually really gives me nightmares. So let go.
I was looking for a car to buy for my son for his 18th birthday. I was searching all the typical car websites, cars.com, eBay Motors. They were all overpriced as expected. Craigslist was the only place to find an actual deal.
Bruh, buying stuff on Craigslist never ends well. At least most of the time it doesn't. I've seen things.
About a week into my search, I found an '03 Toyota Camry. It had 67,000 miles, no accidents, no damage, and good condition for only $3,500. This seems like a steal for such a reliable car with such low mileage. The seller lived about 10 miles from me, which was a reasonable drive when looking for a car. I gave him a call to set up a time to come check it out. The man sounded normal on the phone. He assured me that there were absolutely no problems with the car. He introduced himself as Bob. I brought along $3,500 in cash, even though I planned on wiggling down the price as much as possible. I pulled up the dirt road to Bob's property about 15 minutes early. It was a tiny little house with a decent-sized property.
Alright, so first off, whenever you buying something off of Craigslist or meeting up with people for the first time in general, always meet in a public place. Every time. Alright, fuck whatever excuses they have, fuck whatever they own. Always.
Only because I was a bit far from the nearest neighbors. The garage was open, so I walked over to see if anybody was inside. But except for an unusual amount of car parts, it was empty. The car was nowhere in sight. The only car on the property was an old pickup truck. I went over to the front door to check the house numbers. It was the right address. The doorbell button was missing, so I knocked on the front door.
Bruh, I'd have gotten the fuck out right there, yo. I don't even see the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. This shit look like when you drive your shit up there, he rob you, take your car, fucking dismantle that shit for parts. The shit just don't look good.
I knocked for exactly 5 minutes before deciding to give the man a call. So I dialed his number and I heard the sound of a cell phone ringing from inside the house. I was extremely confused at this point. Now I knew I had the right house. I didn't understand why, if he was home, why he wasn't answering. I decided I had to take a peek through one of the windows to see if anybody was inside. Peering through the glass, I couldn't really see much as it was pretty dark inside the house. I didn't understand how he couldn't hear me. When I got to the back door, I made a shocking realization. The figure standing by the door was a taxidermied human being. I ran straight back the way I came and back to my car. I looked up one last time before driving off. The blinds to the window I had peeked into had been shut, but I could see two of the blinds bent open. Somebody was at that window watching me. You can probably guess I had the gas pedal to the floor the whole way home. The whole situation still makes no sense. All the car parts, the fact that there was no Toyota Camry, the taxidermied human being, the fact that there was no car there leads me to believe that whoever that man wasn't planning on selling me anything. And that also leads to the disturbing thought that I was very close to becoming a lifeless statue staring out that man's back door.
Damn that shit, yo.
Full disclosure, everybody, I am not a good singer.
To encourage trying, goodness knows invited people who...
Damn, man. Bruh. Always listen to your inner feelings, yo. If you feel like something feels sketchy or looks sketchy, it usually is. The human brain and the subconscious mind has a way of just knowing when some shit is afoot when you consciously can't pick it up or figure out why. You know, just listen to that shit and get the fuck out.
Some guy named Vintage XXX posted a link without describing what it was. I clicked on it, and it took me to a black screen where a big video box eventually popped up with a play button. The video thumbnail was a dark room, only lit by a TV screen. Out of curiosity, I clicked play, and began to hear the sound of TV static in the background as lines of static slowly swam down the video screen. There was no seek bar on this video. Then, I noticed something slowly begin to emerge from behind the wall. It was a figure dressed in all black with some kind of black mask on as well. I started to suspect it was a jump scare video, and I thought I was right when the figure leaped out and ran to the screen in less than a second. It still got me, even though I was expecting it, but then it got strange. The person had their face in front of the screen, slowly moving around as if he could see me and was observing me. Then I heard a crackly, demonic voice say something. It came from the video. It repeated itself, and I could make the phrase out to be, "Ask me something." I was really confused. I tried typing something, but there was nowhere to enter text. Then he said, "No, not the keyboard. Say something." I felt my heart punch the inside of my chest as he said this. I opened my mouth and mumbled the words, "You can hear me?" It responded with, "Yes." I was uncomfortable now. I thought it was a video. I pressed pause, but it didn't do anything. He said, "Don't try to leave. I want to talk." I tried moving the mouse to the exit button, but the mouse was frozen. In fact, none of the keys were responding on my keyboard. There was a long moment of silence before my webcam began flashing as if it were on, and my face popped up on the screen. "There, I got a picture of you now. Now just hang on while I get your address, and then we can meet." I started to panic, smashing every key on the keyboard, spazzing the mouse, but it did nothing. I had my finger on the power button, but it also didn't do anything. The computer wouldn't turn off. The voice was saying crazy things like, "You're stuck here. I will find you. Don't even bother." I snatched the screwdriver sitting on my desk, unscrewed the 4 screws on the bottom of my laptop, and took out the battery. The computer finally turned off. I was gasping for air as if I just ran a marathon. My heart was pounding 5 times as fast as it should have. I have since left my laptop off after that, and have resorted to using my desktop as my main computer. I'm sure by now nothing will happen. He definitely didn't have enough time to get my address.
Hell no! Bruh. Dude, some of these are a bit too creepy, yo. These are too creepy, yo.
It was very common for me to be home alone at night, as I only lived with my dad, and his shifts would constantly shift from days to nights. This happened around the time my dad was doing night shifts. I would stay up really late on these nights watching movies. It's always taken me a long time to fall asleep, so after turning off the TV to go to sleep, I probably laid there for a good half hour. Then, I heard a toy fall over in my toy closet. It was nothing too suspicious, but it still creeped me out. But then, the doorknob to my closet started to wiggle, until finally unlocking the door. I hid under my covers, not making a sound. It was strangely quiet for a good 2 minutes, so I finally peeked my head out of the covers. There was a figure standing next to my bed, looking down at me. I screamed at the top of my lungs and began hugging the wall behind me. The figure looked out the window and then just walked away out of the room. I stayed in that position for like an hour before checking if he was really gone. The front door was left wide open, so it seemed he had left. I didn't get a minute of sleep that night.
I fucking bet.
Sketchy stuff.
God,
That's a breaking.
Jesus.
You should have.
Bruh, damn that, man. I don't know what the fuck I would do. Definitely wouldn't sleep in that goddamn house no more, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old I am or young I am. Damn that. Yo, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to watch the original video, the link is in the description down below. It is by Llama Arts. Make sure to go check them out. Subscribe if you guys want to watch the rest of this video on there, because we had to chop a whole bunch of parts out. Twisms.
One more, baby. Let me see if I can go like that and then.
Dear Journal, today I learned many great things. 1. Old Spice sweat.
What it is, BHD Army, it's your boy Blasphemous H Dizzle, and today we are back to room. Damn it! So, with that being said, this video is of course by Llama Arts. You got condoms and lube? You bring in tomatoes and lettuce? Who sauce? If you guys want to go watch the original video, links in the description down below. Lego. Just, you know what I'm saying? Lego. It's gonna be bad. For real, we gonna start off with a jump scare?
This happened when I was 15 years old. My best friend Anthony wanted me to come over for the night since his parents would be gone all weekend. I rode my bike over and put it in his backyard before letting my...
Bro, I remember having sleepovers. You remember that shit? Huh? Before it was gay? Like nowadays... Yeah, I mean, like if I tell people my homeboy Randy's coming over, he gonna spend the night, nigga, they gonna be like, oh word, huh? You got condoms and lube? You bring in tomatoes and lettuce? Who sauced the salad? You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the suck things about being an adult, man. Like you lose certain things. You know, I can't put syrup on my pancakes. It makes me gay. You know what I mean? If I pet a cat, I'm gay. When someone says hello, I say hello back. Makes me gay. There's a lot as a man. I gotta, you know what I mean, preserve my toughness by not letting my friends sleep at my house. Man, they got to sleep outside if something bad happened to them.
Then through his back door. We played basically every video game he had, from FIFA all the way to Call of Duty, with popcorn and other junk food spilled out all over the floor. As the night progressed, we moved from video games to watching half a movie and getting bored, to doing prank calls at close to 10 o'clock.
Bruh, that sounds like a good ass fucking sleepover. I need to have a sleepover with some of my dude friends. We'll pitch a tent and everything. It'll be wonderful.
Anthony made a few calls to different pizza places. When it was my turn, I just dialed a few random numbers in hopes to get someone at their house. On, say, my 4th attempt, I finally reached somebody. A guy with a deep and rough voice picked up, answering with a yeah instead of a hello. Anthony's laughing in the background made me stumble with my words mid-sentence, ultimately cracking up into laughter. I had never done a prank call, so I sucked at it. The guy on the other end was silent. I regained a straight face and tried to continue with the call. It went something like this. Sir, would it be alright if I borrowed one of the wheels from your car? What's your name, kid? My name is Bob. Really? You sure it's not Anthony? It hit me like a brick. I looked up at Anthony, whose face was noticeably full of fear. I hung up the phone, not wanting to be on the line with whoever that was for another second. Anthony, who the hell was that? I asked him. I don't know.
He was what happens when you fuck with people for no reason. Damn it. You know what? I love how I'm talking that shit. I've prank called prostitutes a lot. Oh, it's not something I'm proud about. Actually, I am. I'm lying.
Does your caller ID info display your name or something? No, it shows my dad's name. We hopped on the computer and did some research, trying to figure out how it was possible to get someone's name through their phone number. It didn't make sense how he could get Anthony's name so quickly. He was way too young at the time to be on any of those personal information sharing websites. We ended up asking a question on Yahoo Answers, since no one had a similar experience. The question turned up no answers. I suggested he call his dad, but he said he wasn't supposed to have anybody over for the weekend, so he didn't want to call. We planned on sleeping in the living room, so we just resumed watching the movie that we hadn't finished from earlier. Right after the phone call had left my mind, me and Anthony looked at each other when we heard his front storm door opening, and then the doorknob to the front door began to turn. It only was able to turn about halfway before the lock restricted it. Anthony turned off the TV, and I went over to the window to see who it was. I spread the blinds open. There was a tall guy standing outside. He noticed the blinds moving and turned to look at me. I practically threw the blinds back into place. Me and Anthony hid in the kitchen, listening for any more noises. We heard the sound of the gate to the backyard opening, as it was right outside the kitchen window. God damn it, I said. I forgot to shut the back door. Anthony urged me to run and shut it. I made it to the hallway leading to his back door and froze. There was a silhouette standing outside the back door. I don't think he noticed me, but he was surely looking into the house. He opened the door and stepped inside. I tiptoed to the kitchen and motioned for Anthony to follow me upstairs. We made it to his room as quietly as possible, pulling the door shut to avoid making any noise.
Closet, please.
We crawled under his bed. He had cloth covering the bottom of his bed, so you couldn't see anything under it unless you actually moved the cloth.
What crawling under your bed
The
is?
doors downstairs all opened, each one getting closer to the stairs. Thumps finally began up the stairs, and he was right outside the door now. The door to the room opened.
Oh man, okay, you know what? I don't know if I can do this, man. It is too goddamn early for this shit. It's too early.
I could hear Anthony's breathing. It was too loud. Footsteps moved over to the closet, and the closet opened. I could hear the coat hangers being slid around as the fabric of the jackets and coats rubbed against each other. Footsteps moved over to the bed and stopped. I felt like my heart was about to explode out of my chest. Anthony's breathing was too loud. I had to cover his mouth with my hand. Nothing but silence in the room now. We laid still for so long, I almost thought he wasn't even in the room anymore. I moved my hand away from Anthony's mouth and whispered in his ear, "You think we can make a run for it?" He was about to answer when the most disturbing, memory-haunting scream I'd ever heard filled my ears as Anthony was seemingly dragged out from under the bed.
Heck no!
I crawled out and saw him struggling with the man. I desperately looked around for anything to use as a weapon.
Hey, that
I
screwdriver.
settled with the screwdriver sitting on his nightstand. I hurried over to the man and drove the screwdriver into his back. He let go of Anthony as he let out a scream of agony, giving us time to get the hell out of the house.
Stabbed him.
Running onto the road would give away our position too easily. It would take too long to make it to his neighbor's house. We dove for the tree line in the woods and took cover behind a bush, watching the house. The back door opened as the man stepped outside, looking around the backyard.
They are not gonna find him in the
He
woods.
then looked out to the
There
woods.
is no way.
I felt his eyes pass me as he scanned through the tree line. It seemed that it was too dark for him to see us. Then he turned his head back in our direction. I ducked behind the bush. "Joe, he's coming." "What?"
There's no way he's here.
"Dude, get up, we gotta run." He was right. The man was approaching us fast. How could he have seen us? We ran through the woods with the leaves crunching under us, giving away our position. When Anthony tripped over something, I crouched down with him, hoping we had run far enough. Not even 20 seconds later, oncoming footsteps from the direction we were running from came fast.
He gone.
They slowed down only 2 trees away from us as we lay face down in the leaves.
Man, this motherfucker's got GPS on them or something, yo. This, bruh.
How you gonna find them?
Moments later, the footsteps take off in another direction.
There's no way you could.
We waited until we could no longer hear them and took off back in the direction of the house. While running, over the sound of leaves crushing and my heavy breathing, I could swear I heard leaves crushing from behind us. We made it back to his backyard, into his house, and this time remembering to shut the back door. We were now able to call the police. Anthony stayed on the line with them, while I patrolled the back windows, making sure nobody was out there. It was so dark, though, I couldn't see anything. So I did something that seems stupid today. I turned on his backyard lights. And immediately in the distance, over by the woods, I saw him, standing in front of a big tree. He turned off back into the woods and disappeared out of sight. That was the last time me or Anthony ever saw him. I would be lying if I told you we heard the occasional knocks at our windows or something cliche. No, that was it. 5 years have passed and nothing has happened. Do I wonder if it was somehow linked to the prank call? Maybe. Does it make sense? Not really.
It was.
But yeah, this was the story of how me and my still best friend Anthony almost died during a break-in.
That's fucked up, yo. You can't be fucking with people online, man. You gotta kill that shit, man. God, Jesus. I never understand that shit, man. He stabbed his ass one time. Why the fuck you only stab him once? You gotta kill him. You gotta kill him.
Me and my wife were on our honeymoon in Hawaii. We were on the island of Oahu, sitting on the beach.
Okay.
My wife got up to go to the bathroom, and when she got back, she told me that there was a creepy man watching her walk into the bathroom, and when she tried to walk out, he blocked her path. She only got away because there were 2 other people walking into the bathroom, so he got out of the way. I asked her what the man looked like, and she looked over, but unfortunately, she said he was gone. Our hotel was walking distance from the beach, so we got back quickly, but we made sure to report the man to a police officer we saw walking on the beach, and then we washed up before going out to eat. We ate at a fancy seafood place and did some walking around afterwards. Close to midnight, we finally went back to the room and began to wind down. Then we got a knock at the door. I looked through the peephole of the door and saw a man in a maid uniform standing outside. I opened the door and he immediately tried to let himself in. I pushed him back a bit, asking him what he wanted. He told me he left something in the room while cleaning earlier and needed to get it out. The only thing, we left a do not disturb sign on the door all day. Then I noticed he was making eye contact with my wife. My wife then screamed, "That's the man."
Dang, he's hecka thirsty.
I didn't understand at first, but it was too late for that. The man had already lunged at me, holding my throat with one hand while reaching behind himself with another. He pulled out a knife and started swinging at me, and if it weren't for my wife coming over and smashing his face with the lamp, I would have been as good as dead.
Oh, hell no. Man, damn that shit, yo. First time I heard about dude disrespecting my wife, you had to fucking, you made OJ out of this motherfucker. Fuck that.
The commotion drew out all the inhabitants of the neighboring rooms.
I love how one of the women that came out to hear this sound, fucking Miriam from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I love this artist now.
One of the women started freaking out and screaming, making the situation worse. We called the police, and so did the hotel. It turned into a huge, horrible scene, but we were just happy to be alive. We were questioned when the police arrived, and some of the other people around us claimed to have witnessed it all. We still don't know what kind of intentions this guy had, but if I had to guess, I would say he wanted to get to my wife. He must have been one very dumb person to think he would get away with something like this in such a public building.
Bro, this motherfucker wasn't dumb, yo. This nigga was fucking thirsty. Hella fucking thirsty. But yo, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to watch more of this, because as you guys already know, we only checking out a couple of parts. The link is in the description down below. It is by Llama Arts. Make sure to go subscribe to them and whatnot. Jabba Blessings HD. Prisons.
Alright, well, I'm gonna end the video here. Peace, like, and subscribe.
What it is, BHD Army. It's your boy Blasphemous HD.